The AOSK Catholic Care for Children program, dedicated to transforming childcare practices in Kenya, organized a reflective meeting for major superiors from 4th to 7th of March, the year 2024. This four-day gathering, held at the Salveberg Retreat Center, brought together 15 congregational leaders representing childcare institutions managed by their congregations. In presence was also the AOSK Executive Secretary, who opened the session with the following remarks.
On behalf of the AOSK Executive Board, the Chair, Sister Josephine, who is in Eldoret, I want to wish you all the best as we gather here to share the status of the care reforms. As we started in 2018, our main focus has been to champion for the rights and protection of children and focusing on our strategic plan 2023-2027. Our strategic priorities, the community outreach program, is geared towards supporting new congregations of both AOSK and RSK in terms of care reforms. And quite a lot has been achieved in terms of these care reforms. And as we stand, we are moving towards the phase 1 of this program, Catholic Care for Children, as you can see. And our main vision has been to be an association that champions, as I say, for the right care and protection of children in promoting family and community-based care for holistic child development.
The meeting aimed to foster introspection and understanding regarding care reform initiatives by delving into government regulations, legal frameworks, and the church perspective on safeguarding children. The program aimed to equip major superiors with the knowledge and commitment necessary to lead their CCIs through this critical transition. From the expressions, participants made it clear that they had problems when it came to dealing with some issues concerning care reforms.
One gap which we have seen greatly in this process of reintegration, one is the capacity building on the youth or the child who is being integrated back to the community and to the family. We have experienced, and our administrators have also shared, that they go, then they come back, and Sister has said that is one of the bigger challenges. It's like they're not well prepared or taking the process of preparation to get back to the family and to the community. Another thing is those who are receiving them, the family members, how well prepared are they? Do they really understand the value of having these children in the community and in their families? There is a big gap. One example, they leave the institution, you take care of them, there is educational support, but when they go back home, the period they are at home, if they are sick, they will not be treated. They'll come back very sick, and the sickness has gone beyond. You have to really spend a lot on treatment. That shows that these people are not really prepared for this. It's an indicator. Another thing you've talked about, mental health. Like I say, for people with deafness whom I've directly interacted with and observing, there are very few people who have the proficiency of sign language. Very few counselors, very few teachers. So if you have this child and you want to deal with their mental health, especially the deaf people, very few people will attend them. And the numbers are overwhelming. I give my example. I will be called in so many places to assist either counselors or to do the counseling myself. We find that the numbers are overwhelming. So there is a big gap. If the caregivers have mental issues or mental health issues, if the children need that care, there is a big gap when it comes to personnel.
For us, we have the street boys, rehabilitation, and of course the care for the children whom we have with the primary school after the rehabilitation from the streets. It has been a great challenge, especially in terms of the care reforms for these street boys, because sometimes when they come in and of course to find their families, sometimes they cheat. They tell you that our family is in the western. When you reach in the western, they show you other direction, which is not their family. So it becomes a great challenge on that part, on that aspect, and also reintegration itself. It has been quite a big challenge.
Mr. Stanley Harry from the National Council for Children's Services was the key facilitator of the day, and he took the opportunity to enlighten the participants more on matters of care reforms.
Our department is the one that is in charge of licensing and all those institutions and people who are dealing with children. So if you do not have your license, if it has not been renewed, it is through our department, and that's what we do generally. But I want us to be able to go through the care reform, and as steward and advisor, I observe quite a lot of good things going on with the Catholic, and especially to do with the care reform, and especially for children. It is not new, so to us, like me, when I come to talk about care reform, especially the sisters, I already know you're already on board. That is, it is nothing new to you. You have already started it. I hear about the years that you started, which is a very big plus on your side. Because we are still struggling to educate them on care reform. There are still some people who are still hanging on institutionalization of children. And I saw people are still having some issues. They don't want to let go children back to home. Maybe because they do not understand the importance of family and the harm of institutionalization. Now, I'm going to come very quickly to reasons about why we need to change. But I want to quickly say that there is nothing on earth, this life, that can replace mom and dad. That's why I say the only way we knew how to care for our children was through institutionalization. And it's not just a Kenyan issue, it's a global issue. Everywhere you go, the whole world. How do we help children without parents, abandoned, and all those kind of things? And the quick solution was take them to institutions. And it's a global issue. And I want to quickly say this. The people who started institutions for children care and protection, today, if you go to their country, they don't have one, not one. America and Britain, these are the people who started these societies. And the people, again, who started, I don't want to use the word deinstitutionalization, they are taking back children back to the community and the societies and the families are the very people who started them. It was a group of managers of institutions who sat down, 80 years research, they do the research and they said, hey, I think we have not been doing quite well for these children. This is people who started actual institutionalization before they came to our country. And in Africa, we already know children belong to the community of the society.
The CCCK program manager, Sister Delphine Mohwana, also took some minutes and explained the importance of children being brought up in family setups rather than child care institutions.
Why are we saying that children are more suitable to grow up well in the families more than in institutions? It's because when you look at some of the developmental theories, they clearly state the consequences or the reasons as to why children need their parents more or their siblings, and why it's important for their growth or the milestone. And the beauty is that our Holy Father has always also invited us, which has cemented our work by inviting us from even 2016, that how can we even better care for the minors and the vulnerable adults.
By continually refining its approach based on participants' feedback and evaluation insights, the AOSK CCCK program remains steadfast in its pursuit of a future where every child in Kenya thrives within a nurturing and supportive environment. you.